Hello, everyone. It's Shai Schwartzman here with the Done For You video and audio marketing system. And today I'm really pleased to be joined from the Carol Royse team in Phoenix, Arizona. We're joined today by Carol Royse and Tim Evans, and I'm really happy for having them join us today. Today, what I'd like to do is talk about the video casting page or the video landing page. Now, Carol and Tim and their team are doing some really incredible things with this page. And I'm going to ask some questions, get some best practices, and give everyone an opportunity to implement the video casting page, the Done For You video casting page in their business. So, Tim, Carol, thanks very much for joining me today.
Hey, thanks for having us on. We're very excited about what you've created here, Shai, and to share this with the group.
Well, thanks very much, Tim. What I want to ask is, when you first saw this program, what did you think about it? Was there a need that you were looking to fill? And how has this filled that need in your business?
Yeah, it was, and Carol and I were in Anaheim, and Carol's with me here and just sort of speaking, but it was back about 8-9 months ago when we came across it, and when it was put up in the conference, and that's why going to these conferences for everybody, it's so critical, because things like this get exposed. As we became, started with our radio show, became sort of popular in the marketplace with that. This sort of was introduced sort of at that time as that popularity started taking off, and sort of the two sort of collided together. And I tell you, the video, everybody nowadays is looking at video, and this just came along, and man, it's been a big game changer for us.
You're putting your radio show. So if I'm on the page now, and as we see here, it's a Done For You URL, but you have it going. We have it redirected to royceradio.com. So you've registered a URL, royceradio.com, and the page is now being redirected. And you're using this page to replay your radio shows and other videos that you may have on this page. How have you found this to be a better way of replaying, in particular, your radio show, but in general, video that's branded to you? How do you see this as a better way of sharing your content versus putting it on YouTube or any other third-party type of website?
It just separates us, we feel. And it's a big power play amongst our sellers who come on the page and look, and also our vendors. So we use it in our listing presentation to our sellers. But what we really like about it, Shai, is that we can show the vendors when we go, like if we want a home builder, for example, and we go sit down and meet with them, we can show them Royse Radio. We can show them that, hey, this isn't some fly-by-night real estate team here. This is for real, and they can go on it, and they can see all the vendors that are on it, all the big vendors.
And they can hear they can hear the mayors and the president of the Chamber of Commerce. They can hear all of those people who are our guests come on and edify us, actually. So it's just been huge for us in getting vendors for our radio show. And like Tim said, in a really difficult listing presentation, Tim will say, and what other agent is going to be featuring your property on the radio live and on our radio website? So it just cements it, right, Tim?
Yeah, it does. We can just show them right real quick on our iPad, and all this was done by Shai. And again, we didn't realize what we stumbled on 8-9 months ago, but as this started building out for us, as we started using it as a tool, it's a game changer. It's a huge game changer in the present, and for people doing business with you because they want to do it and they feel like, hey, I've got a really powerful team. It just sets it it just sets the stage for that.
Here's what I've learned, Shai. People will do business with you for who you are more than what you do.
Or what you say. We're really experiencing that right now.
So walk us through some of the best practices. How do you use this with a vendor or a potential vendor so that you want to come and sponsor your show, and you're doing a great job at doing that? And then how do you use it in a listing presentation and the benefits?
I'll give you examples. The other day, we've been courting a pretty large builder here to have them participate with us in our radio. And then with the builder, obviously you look for their people that are coming into the homes and getting their listing business from them, okay, and securing that. So what we did was when I went out, sat with their VPs, what I did was I showed them, they want to see something. So rather than have a bunch of print material, I just pulled it right up in front of them and said, here's some of the people that are on the show with us, some of the big names that are participating with us in this program. And as 3 pages of it there, people can see that, hey, they know the major radio network, and then they also know the folks that are on here. We've had mayors, we've had other builders, we've had roofers, I mean, you name it. We've had people on, and they're partnering with us. So that's one way with the vendor to vendor, and it's pretty powerful, okay? The second part is with listings, and we're currently building a page right now to showcase all of our listings that we air on the radio. In real estate, you always try to figure out something that somebody's not doing and that you can do or take advantage of. That's one thing that we figured out is there's not many agents out there that have a real estate radio show. And when we can put our sellers' homes out on the air for the thousands of buyers and listeners to hear, that's pretty powerful. And sellers really like that. So what we do is we will air the homes on the air, but the seller on the back side gets a postcard from us exactly the time of when the house is being aired, and they know that their house is being advertised and marketed on the air to our listeners. And that's a big game changer for us on the listing side. And we show this page to our sellers and those properties.
And it's very powerful too, because you're getting, in your case, the radio show. Not everyone is going to listen to it at that particular day and time that it's on. So this is another great way to replay or to reuse the content of the radio station or the radio show, and then share that with your audience, and they can watch it on their time.
That you hit it right on the head, because we could say, hey, go on this week and listen to the show, and there's maybe a 5% chance of that happening. But when you're in front of a seller and it's their home and they want to see, how this is working, somebody else want to see how properties are being advertised, they can go on this and click on it and actually look at it. And even at the presentation, we'll pull it up in front of them, but they can go on around and play on it. And it's very powerful. It really, there's nobody else that, I'm just telling you, there's nobody else out there that has this.
One of the features of the page is that you can take any video and share it on social media. Do you do that at all at this time?
Yeah, we do share all of our stuff on Facebook and all the social media outlets, YouTube and all that. What I like about this page is it's all right there. You can click 1, 2, 3. You can just get to what you want real quick, rather than having to go through a bunch of pages of social media stuff to try to find it. This is much cleaner.
Since you're sending this page out to prospects and customers, do you have people that link back to, that they want to save thousands of dollars when buying a home, or 27 quick and easy fix-ups? Do you find that the banners are helpful?
The offers are critical. That's something that we didn't know going into it as this started building out. But you've worked a pretty good job on getting the banners up there, and that's a big, wherever they land, the video and the banners and the offer has got to be right there for them to see. We have a 5,000 home $2,500 purchase guarantee. All the guarantees are right there. You know, all the new stuff that we have is up there. It just makes the phone and the internet ring, and people come in and do business with you. We capture their names. They want to talk to you. They want to hear from you. You're not chasing them. They're chasing us. Anybody that is looking to seriously about selling their home, and once we show this material to them, it's pretty much a slam dunk. And then what we notice is they'll go back on, always hear after the fact, hey, we went through and listened to all your videos, looked at your systems, and we're totally on board. Okay. And this is really deadly, Shai. I just mentioned this. We have the bomb that we just got in.
Yeah, Shai did for us.
Yeah, that Shai, you did for us back. We got it about a month and a half ago. It was delivered to us. So when we put out the bomb, and then we come in on the back side of listing with this, it's a slam dunk. It just really is. Now, sellers will call us and say, hey, come list my house, okay? The come list means we get those, no problem. But when seller says, yeah, hey, I heard you and another person on radio and so-and-so, I'm going to be interviewing a couple agents. I want to see what you have to say. They get that immediately. That gets FedExed out. When I know we're in a competitive situation, they get the bomb, okay? With that, what that does is it just, you basically walk in and take the listing at that point. Everything's outlined on it. Folks, if you haven't seen this, you gotta see it. It's a very critical piece in our business.
Well, it's wonderful to hear the success you're having, and thank you so much for that. As we wrap up the video podcast, what recommendations would you make? So for someone who's looking at this, platinum member, who's looking at this and saying, okay, so what's the first thing I should do to get started? What would you recommend?
Okay, so you really need to have good video, good content that you can put in it. Now, there is some things, Shai, that you have in there that are there, but you need the testimonials. So get on purpose about getting video testimonials, okay? You need vendors. Record vendors that will justify it. Other people say it so. That is one of the most critical pieces in our business. Not us saying it, it's other people that are saying it, okay? And then all the other pieces like supply, demand, the videos there with, you have the buyers and you sell homes faster than anybody else. Those kind of little cartoon things that you do, Shai,
yes,
those are really critical. Those are eye-catching, eye-popping. It separates everybody. So what I would recommend is get on purpose about video. Really get this page. Go out and buy. If you haven't bought it, get with Shai. Get this purchased, and start using it. And you can use it in your listing presentations. Use it for your vendor relationships. I think where we are missing the boat, and I think, Shai, talking to you a little bit here, I need to use it for recruiting. We're missing some recruiting opportunity here that we could be using this for, okay? And it's quick and easy. That's what's nice, because video can be so quick and easy. And you look at any other print media, any other ways that we get information out, it's so expensive versus what we have here. This is that good.
But then, Shai, too, when we're on the radio, we're talking about how they can get on and get 27 seller tips, 6 satisfaction guarantees, how to sell a home that didn't sell. So we're constantly promoting the site because we want to drive traffic to it. We really do. So it's not just having a site, it's driving traffic to the site.
Well, Tim, Carol, I really appreciate the time you've taken with us and the best practices that you've shared with our viewers and listeners today. I really appreciate your time. And thank you so much for sharing your success with us today.
I think, one thing, Shai, about you and about Todd and Craig is that what I appreciate about the coaching is that you're in front of us and developing new things and testing these things out. So I'm always waiting to see you again to see what new shiny object you got coming out, because you guys, you always impress me with how you come up with these things. And normal real estate agents don't think of this stuff. You guys figure it out, and that's a big testimonial to you guys.
Well, thank you very much, Tim. I appreciate you saying that. It's very kind of you. Thank you. Well, thanks again for joining me today. And if anyone has any questions about our Done For You video casting system or our Ultimate Converter bundles, you can reach me and our office at the information that you see on the screen right now. Thanks everyone for joining us today. Have a great day.